Today is another day, and it's such a beautiful morning, and it is early, and I'm sitting out here. We've just put some seed out for the birds. All the water fountains are going really good. I don't want to talk loud because I don't want to upset the birds. They're right in front of me. But the hummingbird was taking a bath in my water fountain. It was the cutest thing, and I got it on video, and I'm just watching the birds and thinking about what I'm going to do today. I'm going to work in the garden and how important it is for us to kind of get some food going. And I started some microgreens in the house. Not so much for me, but to kind of give people an idea, an idea if you can't grow something. Maybe you can get some microgreens started in your kitchen and you can add that to whatever you're cooking. Because remember, I really believe this, of good food, a little goes a long way. It's kind of like when you eat a lot of junk food, you want to just eat and eat and eat because your body isn't getting any nutrition. And so that's an issue. But when you're eating good food, you really aren't as hungry as you are when you're eating basically cardboard. So even microgreens can be good to add in. As far as me, I today think my project is going to get some beans planted all over the place. Now, everybody's yard, everybody's climate is going to be different. Keep that in mind. Something that may grow really good for me may not grow for you. That doesn't mean don't grow it. That means try it. I want you to try different things, whatever you can get your hands on as far as seeds. I have found it here in my garden, green beans, almost any green bean, plain old green beans grow the best. And I love green beans because green beans grow so fast. Isn't this beautiful? I just love this. This is actually the most unwinding, stress-free thing I can do in the garden is just watch the birds come in. Plus garden. I like that too. But this is just so nice. Green beans for me grow really fast here. I also find them in general as a plant a little more sturdy. I don't know if you have found it that way, but I have found it that way. They seem to be a little more sturdy. So if I'm transplanting them, let's say I start them in a paper cup or something, they can flip over a little bit more, and they seem to be very flexible, where sweet peas, regular peas, are, I'm going to use the word dainty. They seem to be a little more daintier. So you got to handle them carefully. Or if they snap, they may grow back, but then they may not. You may have to start over. So just keep that in mind. There's also ways of starting things in the ground without using the paper cup system if you are now able to plant outside. We're almost there. I think we're almost there. We had a couple nights that got into the 40s, and that's why my zucchini and different squash aren't growing right now, because I have hybrid squash planted and some zucchini, and they're not really taking off the way I like them to take off. If you're there, I have all kinds of methods of going directly in the ground, but it's going to look like the paper cup system. This way, you can get rid of any insects or whatever, critters, small insects, we're not talking rodents, that they won't be able to bother your seeds. So we'll go through that, and I'm going to do a lot of direct sowing into the ground different ways, including moringa and things like that, and my beans as well. Beans I normally haphazardly just push them all over, but now I'm going to start running low on beans because I didn't collect enough of my own seeds. I'm going to say this year, if you let something go to seed, please collect the seeds. Even if you don't want them, when the seeds are ripe and they're brown and they're ready to come off, depending on the seeds, collect the seeds, put them in an envelope that you've got, put them in some, I like envelopes because they breathe a little bit, and then just put them in a nice cool place where maybe you won't get any insects or anything, and label the envelope. If you don't want it, you can give it to somebody else. So it doesn't really matter, because I'm not sure how easy it is to get seeds. Right now, I have a couple people online that I buy seeds from, and well, they're all shut down, the ones I buy from. They are either out or their supply hasn't come in. And that's what's, for me, a little I don't want to use the word disturbing, but I know that John Kohler went and visited some people recently. He did a video, and I was kind of shocked to find out that they were buying all their seeds from China. And I didn't realize that so many of our seeds as well are coming from China in bulk, you know, in like big containers. Well, if they're not coming in, then we're going to have a slight, possibly, and keep that in mind, I'm saying possibly, a slight shortage of certain seeds. So that's why I'm saying keep your seeds. It can't hurt. If you're letting your plant grow, it got past you, it went to seed. You grow green beans, they start turning brown, leave them. Let them turn brown on the plant and then pull them off when they're done. Don't pull them off when they're green because the seeds will not ripen that way. All you'll have is a green bean. But when the green beans turn brown, I pull them off and I've got some seeds. Look what I just found on the deck. Let's see if I got anything in it. One green bean. You know what? That is one plant, and I am going to go plant that. Look at that. That's a spotted towing. So I will be planting those as well. But I'm going to be a little bit more frugal on planting seeds. I will say one thing I do disagree with is that particular person that he had gone to who was a big seed seller. And oh, I love that bird. They're so rare. Said don't collect your own seeds. I didn't like that. Buy from her because her seeds are better when they come directly from China. I'm going to say I disagree on that. I have always found that the seeds that I grow out of my garden and I collect grow better than most other seeds. So please keep that in mind. Do collect your own seeds. And like I said, you have nothing to lose. So with that, think about what you want to grow. I'm going to get green beans growing for the reason is they're a little tougher. And they grow incredibly fast. I mean, really fast. And you can pull the green beans off at any stage. Really little if you're going to make a dish that you want to add some green beans in, or you can wait till they're bigger. And that's what I just love about them. And they just grow. They'll grow up everything. They'll grow up corn stalks. They'll grow up a fence. They'll just wind and wind and wind and grow. They're growing up my tomato cage. They'll grow around tomatoes. If you hear the banging, I don't know if you can hear it, it's a towhee slamming his head against the window because he thinks it's a male. Oh, unbelievable. Well, as long as he's happy. So think about what you want to start planting. Go through your seeds. Start, you know, if you've got seeds, go through your seeds. If you find any of your seeds, you know, got something in it, the worms, you know, got moths in there, don't throw them away. Then plant them all and see which ones grow because they may not have gotten to all of them. A lot of them, and don't worry what's left in there that, you know, let's say I found some seeds and something got into them and it was a little buggy. I'm just going to plant them all because even if there's 2 or 3 or 4 seeds in there, that's still going to work. And even the broken down seeds that the worm, let's say, ate, that becomes your compost. That will break down in your soil. Just dump the whole thing in a flower pot, water it, and see what grows. So I'm going to go to work right now. Just wanted to say good morning and have you watch the beautiful birds with me. And the red one that you see there is the house finch. We've got the white crowns coming in. The ones that don't have the white on them are immatures. They would have been the last nest last year, and they're just starting to color up. And then I've got the towhees coming in, and all kinds of birds coming in. And of course, the hummingbirds are coming in. Oh, so beautiful. So have a great day. We're not going anywhere. We're going to be very busy gardening, probably gardening more than we ever have before. And again, see what seeds you can find. And there are times you can get beans and things from the grocery. Well, not beans, because beans you can get from the grocery store and grow some of them. Gary's done that with pigeon peas and different things. You may be able to order some millet, even things like that. And you may be able to get some greens out of it that way, as long as they'll grow. Don't eat the beans. I don't want you to grow beans for greens right now, but because I don't know if that's any good or not. But I do know that millet, wheat, if you can get broccoli seeds, wheatgrass, of course, I said wheat. Anything like that, you can grow a green garden just growing in a cottage cheese container. I've got one growing right now. And you can grow that, and then with the scissors, you can clip it off, and you can use it for quite a few days and just add it to something. That will give you nutrients and great benefits for you. And just add it to whatever you're eating. Just chop it up and add it. And we'll get more into that as time goes. Have a wonderful day. This is just an update. We have blue skies. It's not warm. I'm going to say it's about 60 degrees, if that. But good enough for me to get out in the garden and keep going and get things going. Look at that. You have to enjoy this with me. Look at that. Well, I wanted you to see some of the birds that are taking baths and drinking out of the fountains. And now the leaf blowers are starting and the quiet is gone. Oh well, that's a normal day. So I guess I am going to sign off. Leave the birds to their thing, eating, collecting as much food as they can, because probably a lot of them have babies already. And I'm going to get busy in the garden. So with that right now, have a great day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye.